The legend began with a midnight train. Every night at exactly 12 o'clock in the morning, a mysterious train would arrive at an abandoned station on the outskirts of town. There were no tracks leading to it. There was no conductor and there was no record of its existence. Yet people boarded it and they never came back. The legend of the midnight train had circulated online for years, dismissed by most as an urban myth. But when popular YouTuber Ethan Rivers decided to film the train live, he unwittingly stepped into a nightmare he couldn't escape. The story goes back to an anonymous email Ethan received out of the blue. Midnight train, 12 a.m., Hillcrest Station. If you want the truth, bring your camera. But once you get on, there's no getting off. Thinking it was just another internet hoax, Ethan and his 3 closest friends and collaborators, Lana, Josh, and Malik, headed to the abandoned Hillcrest Station in their van, cameras rolling for what would be their biggest livestream yet. As the clock struck 11:59, the temperature suddenly dropped and the sound of a distant whistle echoed through the night. Then it appeared. A sleek, old-fashioned, black train materialized out of the darkness, its windows pitch black, its doors opening with a slow, eerie hiss. The sight sent chills down their spines. On the other side of the screen, Ethan's fans watched in suspense as the chat exploded with messages. "Bro, do not get on that train," pleaded one viewer. "This is not fake. I've seen this before," warned. Another "Run," screamed. A third. But Ethan, driven by curiosity and the need to prove the skeptics wrong, only smirked at the camera. "Alright guys, let's find out where this train really goes." With that, he stepped inside and the doors slammed shut behind him. Before they knew it, the train lurched forward, plunging them into darkness. As their eyes adjusted to the dim interior, they realized the train was eerily silent and empty, or so it seemed. All around them were rows of seats filled with passengers dressed in old, outdated clothes, but their faces were strangely blurred, like a corrupted image. "Guys, I don't think these are real people," whispered Lana, her voice shaking. Suddenly, one of the passengers turned their head towards them, their eyes hollow and dark. Then another and another, until every face was turned towards Ethan and his team. A distorted, chilling voice echoed through the train. "You shouldn't have come." At that moment, the live stream glitched, cutting out just as the doors behind Ethan's team vanished. Panicked, Malik rushed to the exit, only to find the doors that were once there sealed shut. The train was moving. The rest of the journey was a blur. The crew watched in horror as the landscape outside shifted from dark forests to twisted, shifting ruins, a place that didn't exist on any map or in any history book. "Where the hell are we?" stammered Josh, his usual bravado gone. From the speakers crackled, "Next stop, never." Suddenly, all the passengers stood up at once. Their heads snapped towards Ethan and the others who were frozen with fear. One of them, a man in a top hat, opened his mouth and spoke in Ethan's own voice. "You were warned. You can't leave." In the split second of darkness, the passengers vanished. The doors burst open to reveal a station in the middle of nowhere. Fog rolled across the cracked pavement. A lone sign above them read, "Welcome to the last stop." Struggling to comprehend what was happening, the crew scrambled to exit the train, running onto the platform. But it was endless. There were no roads, no sky, just an abyss stretching in all directions. The announcement echoed one last time, "Final boarding call." But it was too late. Behind them, the train's horn blared, signaling their doom. And as they turned to escape, they saw something that made their blood run cold. The train was different. Now it was rusted, broken, like it had been buried for hundreds of years. And inside, they saw themselves, their own reflections, trapped in the train windows, screaming, pounding to get out. That's us," sobbed Lana. She tried to reach out, but her hand went straight through the window. The train began to pull away, leaving them stranded on the endless platform. The live stream cut out. Back in the real world, Ethan's fans stared in shock at the frozen screen. The video never ended. It kept streaming even though Ethan and his crew were gone. Some viewers reported seeing figures moving in the background, always just out of sight. Sometimes a whisper cut through the silence. "Next stop is you." So, how much of this is real? Well, the legend of the midnight train continues to circulate online, a chilling tale that serves as a reminder to those who dare to seek out the unknown. The truth is, no one knows for sure. Some say the midnight train is nothing more than a figment of our collective imagination, a modern-day urban myth that preys on our fears of the unknown. Others believe it's a portal to another dimension, a gateway to a world where time and space are distorted beyond our understanding. In a world where the line between reality and fantasy is becoming increasingly blurred, one thing is certain: the midnight train will continue to captivate and terrify us, reminding us that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Did Ethan and his friends really board the train, or are they simply lost in the digital abyss forever? We may never know for sure, but one thing is certain: the legend of the midnight train will continue to live on, haunting our dreams and keeping us up at night. Have you ever heard the legend of the midnight train? Do you believe in the story? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to hear more scary stories like this, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.